Happy April! Another month down the drain, which means it's time to go over all the games I played in March. Starting off strong, we finally finished Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and hoo boy. Starting off with an absolute banger. This game is a 10 out of 10 and has officially earned its top spot in amongst my favorite Resident Evils. This game is such a love letter to fans of the series, and especially being such a big fan of Resident Evil 2. That's like my only other 10 out of 10 Resident Evil game. This was so special to go back to Raccoon City and back into the RPD, and it was so cool to see Leon reacting to it as well. Like, it wasn't just a haha, this'll be fun for you fans of the game. Like, it's real. I don't know how to explain it. It's cool that Leon is reacting and reminiscing on it in pretty much the same way we as players are. I also thought Grace's sections were really good. A little difficult at the start. I'm not very used to stealth or very good at stealth in games, but I think it was easy to pick up on. It was the kind where you'd give it a try 2 or 3 times and then get the hang of what you needed to do rather than it feeling frustratingly unfair. But I really liked the story. I really liked all the characters. I really liked all the gameplay. Maybe my only complaint about this game is that Leon got a little bit too easy near the end of the game, but other than that, this is absolutely incredible. And I do think it would also actually be a really good entry for new people to get into the series as well. I think you get both sides of the coin with a little bit of RE2 and a little bit of RE4. I think it is balanced really, really well. Next was another survival horror with Fatal Frame 2 Remake. I was super looking forward to this one. I really enjoyed the original Fatal Frame 2, and this one is no different. This is so similar to the original. I'm ranking it the same at an 8 out of 10. The story and everything is literally exactly the same. Gameplay is almost exactly the same as well, minus they've added in a few new gameplay mechanics and tweaks to fit it in more with the modern Fatal Frame games. So you've got all the different camera filters, all the different kinds of shots, and all the different like power-ups you can have. The enemies are also a lot more aggressive, and their attack patterns are a little bit different to the original as well. But overall, I think these were all positive changes. I think the combat felt a lot more dynamic and challenging, but in a good way. Rather than just standing there aiming with your camera and pressing shoot, you had to put thought into what you were doing, and it just felt a lot more dynamic and fun. And lastly was Flesh Made Fear. This is one I've had in my wish list for a while, and I was very lucky to get a key given to me for this one, so I finally got to check it out. And I can say, if you like that retro Resident Evil inspired survival horror, definitely check this one out. It is very good. This one I'm going to rank very similarly actually to the original Resident Evil 1. This one I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. The original Resident Evil 1 for me is about an 8. So very, very similar. The reason I rank it similarly is because I think vibes are very close. This game looks incredible. It nails the visuals. The monster designs are absolutely terrifying and creepy. And the gameplay is exactly what you would want and expect. I really, really enjoyed playing this one. You also get to pick between 2 different protagonists as well, just like Resident Evil 1. However, I think the story isn't quite what I would have wanted it to be, which is totally fair enough. This is obviously a much smaller project than something like Resident Evil. This is just a small indie studio at the end of the day, and what they've done I think was great. I think it was still very, very good. It just didn't really feel like the story went anywhere necessarily. I don't feel like the villain had very much depth to him, and I would have liked to find out a bit more about the story and the town of Rotwood, but as a whole, this game was a very enjoyable experience. And that was the month of March. April is yet again going to be very packed with game releases, so I am very excited to check them out, and I hope to see you guys there as well.